Hey, so today I am bringing you a video on Thursday, I believe. There is a reason behind that. I am collaborating with a charity called Ditch the Label to bring you a video for University Mental Health Day. Like I said, I am collaborating with the charity Ditch the Label. They are one of the largest pro-equality and anti-bullying charities in the world. They are an online charity. They have places that you can go to talk and chat online, somewhere that you have easy access to. Basically, we are creating a video today to bring awareness for University Mental Health Day, which is on the 1st of March, which is today that you are watching this. And it's a day where awareness is brought around the topic of mental health with anyone who works in, is a student at, or is involved with higher education in any way. Chat about it, whatever, you might be going through it, you might know someone else who's going through it. It's just really important to talk to someone about it. So in the description box there'll be loads of details below, but as part of this video collaboration, Ditch the Label have actually set up a forum page for me, which hopefully I have the link to down below, where you can join, you can ask things anonymously, or you can join and just have a chat in the forum and basically speak to me, speak to other people, just have a chat on this page about uni, anything that is worrying you throughout that. Maybe that's grades, results, your living situation, the course itself. You can just, have a chat to me or the people in the community. You don't have to talk at all, you can just go and have a look at it. It might be a place where you can just read what is going on and appreciate that someone else is going through that, and that might make you feel 10 times better, which is great. As long as I can help someone, then I've done my job. But today I thought I would just sit down and chat to you guys about my university experience. Obviously, if you have watched my channel before, you will know I'm not shy of expressing that I'm not a fan of uni. I haven't had the best experience at all. I'm a month away from finishing, so I'm pretty close to the end, so I do have an idea of how my whole 3 years has been. Even if that's something that you can listen to and relate to, or just listen to my story and that helps you in any way, then that's amazing. But again, if you do want to go over and have a chat on the forum, I will be there to try and help with all your, problems, worries, anything that is going on at uni, and other people can help as well. It doesn't just have to be me. I've had a lot of people private DM me in the past and they feel more comfortable doing that, in which case that's absolutely fine. I'm happy that I can kind of create a community and we can all chat together about university, as it's something that's pretty close to my heart, because I haven't had the best experience. And instead of just taking, this negative time that I've had and trying to just push it in the past and that be that, I thought I may as well take something that's been pretty negative and rubbish and turn it into something positive and try and help someone out there. Even if it's just one of you watching this video right now, as long as I've, helped in some way, then that's great. So I have been at university for 3 years now. I have been at a place that is 2 hours away from where I live. Like, you're far enough away from home to be going to uni, but you're still pretty close if you need to, which, trust me, I used a lot. I went home every other weekend, I think, first and second year. But alas, I've improved. I'm here 3rd year and I came back end of January and it is start of March and I have not been home yet, so I think that's an achievement for myself. I am studying makeup and hair design in Southampton. In 1st year I moved into halls, so I was in a flat within a block of flats, and it was scary. I think it is very scary moving away from home for the first time. One, but also moving to a city you have no idea about, you don't know your way around, you don't know the people in your flat, let alone all the people in your building, and you've only got yourself to kind of rely on. I was very lucky enough with the people that I met. I had really good flatmates. Also met a girl a few floors above me who I actually ended up moving in with for 2nd and 3rd year, who I'm really close with, so that's also great. And obviously there's other people I've met through my course, through different halls, everything like that. You do tend to meet people, so I know a lot of people get really worried about meeting people when they go to university. Everyone's in the same boat, so you'll make friends, I promise. In terms of 1st year, going into 1st year I was pretty upset. I mean, I was leaving home, I was leaving family and friends behind, and during my 1st semester I had stuff going on outside of uni at home, in my personal life that kind of really ruined my 1st semester for me, but it it wasn't too much time out of my, you know, whole 3 years at university, so I wasn't going to dwell on it. Just through that time, I felt incredibly lonely and pretty upset that I wasn't home. I think also in halls, the rooms tend to be so super small and you feel like you're kind of in a prison cell, and I just felt, you know, I had friends, of course I had friends, but I've literally just met them. It's been weeks, months, and they're not someone who you can go and just tell your life story to and they'll understand it. You know, they're not the best friend that you've had for years. It can feel really lonely, and I learnt to understand that that's fine. It's totally normal. A lot of people actually feel the same. It's really rubbish at the time, but it will only get better. In terms of the course in first year, I wasn't a fan. All the units that we did in first year just did not appeal to me at all, and I realised in first year that I had no interest in doing makeup artistry after uni. It kind of really put me off it. That's what I went to uni thinking I was doing. I had a hobby of loving makeup and enjoying doing it on other people, but after doing my first year at uni, it just put me off it completely, and I really didn't want to do it, which at the time was horrible because all I kept thinking was, why am I here? Why am I here? Shall I drop out of uni? Don't go out and get drunk every single night of the week like all these freshers were doing. I'm just not a big drinker like that. I was feeling pretty lonely and sad, so I just kind of felt sorry for myself and wallowed in my own self-pity, and, you know, maybe didn't make the most of first year, but I have no regrets of that at all. And that's just me. But I did choose to sit in most nights and have a cup of tea and watch Netflix, and, you know, that's very me. All of my friends would know that I'm not really the biggest party goer at all. I can go out and have an amazing time with people that I know for events or, you know, occasions and things, but I wasn't like your standard fresher. So it was really tough, but I think I realised that probably towards the end of second semester of first year. So I was about to go into a 5-month summer, and if I'm honest, I just totally forgot about it. As soon as I hit summer, that was it. I was gone. By the time that summer ended and it came back to going again, I had an absolute breakdown and a meltdown, and I was like, I don't want to go back. It's not something that I enjoy. I hate Southampton, the place. I've just kind of got this image of Southampton now as really negative, purely for the fact that I just don't enjoy uni. But I had organised a house with the girl who was 2 floors above me in halls, and some girls in her flat who I was like civil with, but you know, I didn't really know them, to be honest. Second year was the hardest year for me at uni, hands down. It was my worst year. Second year is a really horrible year anyway, purely for the fact it's just bang in the middle of your degree. You've pretty much just started, but you're also quite close to finishing. You're just in this funk in the middle, and it's just, oh, it was horrible. I hated it. Summer of 2016 was when Dom and I, you know, were together. It was very much a new relationship, and I was besotted, you know, like everyone goes through it. They call it the honeymoon phase, but I just was like gutted that I spent all summer with this amazing boy and now I've got to go back to uni. Like, ugh. He was going to Australia anyway for 4 months to play cricket over the winter. Obviously I booked to go to Australia. I went over there for Christmas and New Year and spent it with him, so that was lovely, and something that I've said in my previous videos, but I had something to look forward to in that second year, which was so important to me. Second year was tough going back. Everyone in my house had boyfriends. So did I, but my boyfriend was in Australia playing cricket. All their boyfriends were in Southampton. So I again felt incredibly lonely. I had some really down days in second year. I was super lucky enough to be living with one of my closest friends, and she was really understanding that my boyfriend was in Australia, and so she knew that I was gonna feel a bit, you know, shit, basically. Second year within uni, the course was okay. We were getting to that stage where you could tailor the course to you, so I just focused on everything digital to do with the beauty and fashion industry. Second year was actually also the year that I met Kia, who is one of my closest friends at uni now, which was great. She moved in second year, so I was just getting to know her, which was great. I had her to go to in class and you know, to take my mind off of being super duper lonely. During second semester, my house situation just kind of took a turn for the worse. You know, just standard house problems. Moving into a house with people you don't really know is always going to be a tough one. You fight about the washing up, you argue about who's cleaned and hoovered this area of the house. it's inevitable that arguments are going to happen, and you know, that happened, whatever. But it got a whole lot worse than that. They knew that I wasn't one for really going out, and they thought I was just secluding myself from the situation, but I found it really difficult to mingle with everyone purely because I wasn't that close to them. I didn't really know them, but I was having a really tough time anyway. I was missing my boyfriend like mad. You know, I wasn't enjoying being in Southampton. I just wanted to go home. There were so many different scenarios, and I'm never ever going to go into depth into them because it wouldn't be fair on those people, and it's probably something that I shouldn't say anyway. Luckily, throughout the whole of this, the girl who I was close with in the house, you know, stayed close to me on my side, and it was someone who I could speak to, which was a godsend, honestly, because I wouldn't have known what I would have done if I was fully alone. I definitely 100% hands down would have moved out of that house and probably home and just commuted. Things took a turn for the worst. For example, one evening when it got really bad, we had an argument over the group chat about something, I don't really know what. I was in my bedroom and they were all in the kitchen, bar the girl who, you know, I was close with their boyfriends, and I could just hear them rinsing me and just talking about me and calling me all names under the sun. And that was a horrible feeling. I don't want to get upset. To hear these people who you don't really know just throw names about you around and say all these things about you was horrible, and I really felt lost. I didn't know what to do. I'm not a confrontational person like that. It was probably 8 people in a room against me, so I was never going to go and confront them anyway. But it was just, you know, that like just drop feeling in your belly where, oh my god, I had like, my heart was pounding, had butterflies. It was horrible. I thought, I'm not going to let them do this. I'm gonna let them know that I'm here. I'm not going to confront them, but I'm going to make sure that they know that I am here and I can hear everything they're saying. I was downstairs, like my room is the downstairs room. They were in the kitchen, so I could hear everything anyway. So I picked up my cup of tea and I walked out to the kitchen to put my cup of tea on the side. It all went silent, obviously, a few giggles, whatever. Poured my cup of tea away, washed it up, put it away, and walked back through. As I walked back through, one of the boyfriends mumbled under his breath a really horrible comment about me. I don't want to say it because it's horrid. That just was the last straw, to be honest. He made this comment which had no relevance to anything. He didn't know me, he didn't know me as a person. You know, I was not his friend, never was I his friend. And for him to make this comment about me was horrible. For no reason at all, I went out and I put my cup of tea on the side, and I couldn't believe the words when it came out of his mouth. The worst part was walking back into my room and hearing them all giggle, and no one in that room say to that guy that was so out of order or stick up for me in any way. That's when I really knew that I was alone and they weren't my friends, and I didn't have anyone in that house. Don't get upset. And do you know what? It makes me so angry. Like, I'm not upset because I'm hurt. I'm not hurt by words. I think when someone calls you, sorry, I'm trying not to get upset here. Someone calls you a name or says things about you, it says a lot more about their personality and them as a person and the issues they've got with themselves than it does about you. I'm never someone to be hurt by words. I mean, I put my life online for people to judge. I get negativity all the time. I am so used to it. It was the fact that I was so angry that these people in my house who were doing horrible things and really bad things, and I'd never done anything to them. I was never rude to them when things happened within the house. I was never rude to them, never called them anything. I'm not that type of person. I don't know them, so I wouldn't judge them. I was so angry that people in my house were making me feel the way I was and feel so upset and so lonely. That happened, and that was probably the last straw. I really struggled. I wanted to move out and move into somewhere either on my own or with the girl who I was really close with, but it just wasn't possible. I just went with it because I'm also a very competitive person. Like, I don't like to lose a situation, if that makes sense, and anyone who knows me will definitely vouch for that. I can be a biatch when it comes to competitiveness, especially in sport. I wasn't letting them beat me. I wasn't letting the fact that they made me feel so awful and called me whatever they did you know, ruin my whole experience of uni and make me quit. I'm not a quitter. I wasn't going to let them get the better of, you know, this awful situation. Wasn't going to let them win. So I went into third year. Coming back was hard because I was in a house with the people who made me feel awful, who said everything horrible about me. I found it a very scary experience. Like, I just did not want to see anyone in the house. And I went back in third year, and third year obviously is incredibly serious. You are in your last year of studies, so I wanted to really concentrate on uni and just put everything and all my energy into my university work, which, if you watch my other videos, you will know I did do anyway, and I'm totally good. Like, I'm not stressed, I'm not unhappy, don't let anyone get the better of me, and I'm just, you know, getting on with things. I came back, everything was great. Wasn't bothered by the people in my house. They were so irrelevant to my life, I just completely blocked them out. In terms of the course, third year has been the best year. You do your dissertation, you do your final major project, and anything in between can be really personalised and tailored to you, and it was all digital anyway, so I loved it. I did trend packages, did some presentations, did my FMP proposal on what I'm doing at the moment. You guys know my social media management company. So everything uni-wise was going great. I was just putting all my time into my work, and it was paying off, which was incredible. And that's when another hurdle happened. Obviously, Phoebe cannot make it through third year without something happening. End of last semester, I started getting results back for things that we had been doing in, you know, the beginning of first semester. And I got good results. And some of the girls on my course expressed their feelings towards me getting the results that I did. Some said that I didn't deserve them because I don't enjoy uni, which just made me angry more than anything. I just couldn't believe that we're in third year of university, 21 years of age, and people were being this petty over grades that I got at uni. Your grade is so personal to you. I don't know why anyone would care what other people had got. Just what really frustrated me, and so I thought, I don't have time to waste here, I don't have time to argue. I just want to cut every single person who's been involved in that situation out. Don't want anything to do with them. I didn't have to. I was so busy anyway with all my work for third year that I just did not have to speak to them if I didn't want to, so I didn't. It caused a lot of friction, made things very awkward, but honestly, I didn't want any negativity in my life. I went home for Christmas, came back, and things have been different, kind of awkward, a bit weird, but I'm doing it for myself and for my degree as a whole, and I really want to get the best out of what has been a really rubbish experience at uni. I don't want my 3 years to have been, you know, ruined by not getting the best grade that I think I could have got. I've got like literally a month and a bit left, and I just want to do the best that I can. I just wanted to make this video and speak to you guys about my university journey and what I've been on, just to let you guys know that when people say to you, like, university are the best years of your life and you'll really enjoy it and you'll meet all these people and you'll have a great social life and you'll get a degree and everything like that, that's not always the case, and that's okay. I don't think that I would have got through it without having support from you know, family and friends, from speaking to different people, even from making the videos. My university experience each year, that was like a place for me to just let out everything that I was feeling, and a place to talk to strangers, I guess, about what they were feeling too. And talking helped me so much with coping with what I was going through at uni, because I know how hard it can be at uni. I know how lonely you can feel, and missing home, and being disappointed with a grade, and not enjoying the city you're in, or being really far away from home, or even long distance relationships. Mental health is so prevalent now, more than it has been ever, and university is such a important time of people's lives, and a very, very stressful period of time in education, and the result of that, mental health, you know, might be the case in some people, which is so upsetting. But as long as people are educated, you know, about mental health and the ways that they can speak to other people about it, and at your university, a wellbeing hub, or anyone that you can go and speak to, then that's great. It's something that you should definitely think about. Even if you just want to go to someone and just rant about how messy one of your housemates is, then that's absolutely fine. It can all add up, and it can all cause such a huge effect on your mentality, physically. Stress can do crazy things to your body, trust me. If you're having a rough time at the moment, honestly, if you really want to not go through with it and you feel like going home and just not doing university is the best option, then do that. But if you want to stick with it, then stick with it. And I can tell you from my experience, yes, it's been rubbish, but I'm not the type of person to quit. I wanted to get over that, and I wanted to carry on with uni and prove to everyone that I could do it. I can do it well, to the best of my ability. I'm pretty proud to say that, you know, I've stuck by it and I've stuck with it, and I'm doing all right. Like, I'm doing fine, and I've got 1 month left to go, and I'm so happy I stayed with it and stayed at it. Yeah. That's pretty much it. I just wanted this to be a place where I could tell my story, and maybe you guys now feel comfortable talking about yours and any issues you may have, or maybe you just want a place to rant that you're missing, you know, your dog at home. Like, that is absolutely fine. So please, 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 if you have any questions or any worries, or you just want to chat to someone about it, chat to me in my private DMs. If that's the way that you want to get hold of me, I'll leave all of my Instagram, everything down below, or I will leave the link where we will have a forum up all about uni, and a place where you guys can come and just chat to me about everything and anything that you want to. Problem shared is a problem halved. I can guarantee you that. I feel so much better when I speak to someone about my problems. If university isn't the best days of your life, that is absolutely okay, and you do whatever you want to do to make university fun, bearable, get through it, get a good grade, whatever it means, just go for it. I'm a month away from finishing, and I did it. I didn't give up, and I'm nearly done.